welcome back to some Cuphead with delicious last course. I'm dear darling, and work up your appetite as it's a good day for a swell battle. As last time I don't remember because it's been a little bit of time. Oh yes, we were fighting the ugly bugly bunch. A little bit of a Auntie Donna reference. I think I already made that joke. Yeah, so this is my first. Oh god, that's not you play this game. It's my first episode after my holiday, my return, so I'm not sure how easy I'm going to remember how to play this game. I also don't. How close did we get to defeating this last time? I don't really recall. I don't know why I did that either. You know, you're gonna have to give me some sort of leeway as I sort of vaguely remember how to play this game again. So there are three phases. So after this one is we fight that person who dances with a gramophone. I don't know what she is, like a ladybug or something. I've never actually probably looked. And then, actually, this one's a really hard one to get parries off of. I'm just sort of trying to think ahead for the possible S ranking of this series. I don't know why I had such a huge pause. I just couldn't think of words. I don't remember when's our preferred time to use super. Obviously, to actually hit something rather than miss something entirely is probably the preferred time, but... Oh, wow, you get super so slowly in this boss fight. What on earth? Do different bosses have different, like, supercharge rates? If that's the case, I've literally never noticed that until just now. Because I would have thought I'd had another super by now. Doesn't really help I'm missing all these shots, but it's okay. You know, we're going to take a little bit of time just to sort of get used to what's going on again. I do remember the dancing. Let's see what she's meant to be. I don't really know what she is. Looking at her. A firefly? That might be right. I still love a little detail of the music sort of like swelling up. Oh! I forgot to dash. Every time something goes wrong. This dance is over, there's no excuse you can handle the giggle juice. I think I've read them all out already. What was the final form? Oh, I remember now. It was an anteater, wasn't it? So I remember he stuck out his tongue, and you had to like parry on the tongue, which I was going to say bounce on the tongue, but you know, it sounds wrong for whatever reason. I don't know. I'm just surprised how slowly super charges up in this boss fight. I don't know if it's meant to. I don't know if we're meant to be doing. Well, obviously we could be doing more parries. So. I wasn't even looking at me, so, you know, at first I was outraged, being like, how dare something spawn on top of me? But I thought about it and I was like, I wasn't even looking, I'm going to be honest. That's kind of on me. We have gotten rather lucky with how infrequently he's done the caterpillar attack. We've got to the next phase, which is nice, you know. We probably could have used super a bit more often. Because I don't think we need to use super on this phase. From what I recall, this phase was significantly easier than the other phases. I don't even remember what we do on the final phase. I just remember the tongue sticking out and then we had to like jump on it. And we can see it's starting to speed up already. This is another one of those fights where having smoke dash is so unbelievably strong. As I proceed to not utilise it to avoid damage for really no apparent reason. Oh gosh. Like, this fight must be an absolute nightmare without smoke dash. Can you imagine, like, actually having to interface over game's mechanics and run around? Okay, I don't super remember what this anteater does. Oh, I do remember there's a little snail up there, right? Which you can damage. Oh, yes, that's right. This guy does, like, a lot of fake-outs with his tongue. And when he shoots those off, which is not the hardest thing in the world to dodge, but the hard thing is figuring out when exactly we can dodge properly, you know? You get what I mean? I guess if anything, we should always be kind of staying as low as possible, because if we stay low, we can... So I don't know how to actually hit you. Oh gosh. If we stay low, we can always bounce on your tongue. We did, like, no damage. One thing Disney's noses use cups is gonna whatever. I can't remember what I was going to say. If anything, I feel like these bosses are a little bit more justified of being a bit annoyed of us sort of like storming into, you know, their home and trying to take their precious rare ingredients away, you know? Like, at least in the last game, you know, you can sort of see the logic. We were debt collectors to a certain degree, and, you know, we're doing it for... Well, okay, I was going to say we were doing it for our own lives, but now I think about it, I guess we're technically doing it this time for Miss Chalice's lives. Lives? Oh god, I didn't mean to jump down there. It could have been dangerous. It wasn't. Excuse me? Oh, was I still... I might have still been in explosion range. That's just not me. I'm not gonna lie. I let things get wildly out of control. And when things get out of control, things are wild. Probably like the least insightful thing I've ever said. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we need a better strategy for dealing with the anteater, because we have not done a lot of damage to the anteater in that fight. At least I think it's an anteater. It's a bit weird how a snail's riding it. You would have thought all the insects would sort of be on the same page, but maybe that's a little bit presumptuous of me and insect society. I mean, saying that, isn't like spiders aren't even an insect, they're arachnids. So what are spiders doing here? Who knows? Taxonomically, you're in the wrong community. Or maybe you've been accepted it, just, you know, as one of the ugly bugly boys in the end anyway. And maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental. It wasn't my intention to be judgmental, I'm just sort of trying to, you know, understand the proper classification of the animals in Cuphead Kingdom. I think he said Bughead Kingdom. I guess that's what the sub-area is, Bughead Kingdom. Oh. Excuse me? Very rude. Okay, so we can only hit two times. We need to be like shooting your tongue, right? Not your tongue, your snout. That's what actually does damage, isn't it? Okay, okay. Oh, it's so fast. But okay, we did significantly more damage. Okay, so we just need to sort of focus more on shooting with snout. I'm just sort of like, this fight feels really long. Like it feels really long, this this first phase. I don't actually know if it is. Maybe it's just because I'm not doing a good job at parrying in the slightest to actually speed it along. It's just an annoying parry. I'm just going to be honest, okay? You know, anytime there's platforms abound, it's a very annoying parry thing because you end up jumping and like landing in specific areas, and you're just like, oh, what pain to deal with. Well, maybe you're not, but I certainly am. I would certainly appreciate you not firing out this poor caterpillar all over the place. What do you think he's saying? Is that actually meant to be decipherable? As like an actual English phrase? Or maybe we don't do the caterpillar thing if we let the caterpillar just sort of bounce about. Honestly, didn't consider that. I don't know if that's a worthwhile strategy, I'm going to be honest, because surely you would prefer a situation where the caterpillar was not bouncing about as opposed to it actually bouncing about, but what do I know? I also remember the strategy of we don't use any super until we get to laser the snail, because that allows us to do the most easy damage to the final phase of the boss fight in the end. I feel like there was also something else. Oh god, weird. I noticed about this boss fight, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe I'll remember it in sooner or later. But oh, we actually don't have enough for a super, but that's fine. Probably. Just make sure we jump out of the way. And then, oh, what a pain. Do you think we can hit you from there? Just about. Oh, okay. A little bit of a close dodge. I literally just couldn't figure out where to go. I should have jumped off and started parrying. Wasn't a lot of damage. But I think we kind of just didn't hit him much that time. Oh yeah, it's a fact that the announcer seems to be gone for this one, right? The person who says it's a good day for a swell battle seems to have been replaced with a mobster or something, right? Or is it he says it with an Italian accent? I don't remember. Just like I have a vague memory of listening to the announcer being like, why does it sound so different? Oh my god, in this boss fight. I pressed the wrong button there is what happened. My wires got crossed and I was like, I need to hold down and shoot upwards. And then for some reason that translated into I need to jump. You might be like, how does that work? How does your brain work? I'm not really sure. How does anyone's brain work? Oh, okay, that's not the right button. Okay. I meant to fall down, but I just jumped upwards because I let go down. Sometimes it happens, you know, your finger slips. A finger curls on a monkey's paw. You know, everyday occurrences. Just country things. I don't know. I feel like we need to get one parry out so we can actually have a laser ready for a final fight. But I just kind of hate parrying things on levels where you have like... I just kind of really don't like platforming on things where you have like platforms up and down through the thing. You know, it's kind of like the go-to Terraria strategy when you're fighting bosses. Make you a huge amount of platforms. Go up and down them. But I'll be honest, I never particularly liked it. It never felt aesthetic, not even aesthetically, it never felt quite like... I saw it coming, but then I forgot the button. Never felt quite like sort of mechanically right. Feels like your jump's sort of like being cut off, and I guess you kind of expect it to feel follow the natural arc, but it just doesn't. I should pay more... Okay, next time we die, if we die, that was a bit of wishful thinking, but I should pay more attention to what on earth the announcer was saying. Because it obviously sounds incredibly different, and I have no clue. Has it always been like that? Has each one had its own custom sort of thing? I just never noticed. I would have thought I'd noticed, you know. Things like the status quo get changed. It's quite... Oh my word. Be completely basic. Apologies about that little bit of a pause. Immediately into taking damage. That's exactly why I paused. Because I was just like, I don't want to take that damage. And instead I just thought I'd throw that entire run. That's fine, you know. At least it wasn't like a very intense... I forgot to pay attention to the announcer again. But it's definitely different, isn't it? I'm not making... Excuse me? Every time like I attempt to parry and it fails, somehow it feels more disheartening than failing to dodge an attack. It's sort of just like, you took that risk, but then, you know, you're just bad at this game, I guess. It doesn't help that apparently I seem to be jumping up a lot when I'm mean to be jumping down through the platforms, but... Yes. Okay, I got a bit tilted that one. Let's pay attention to the announcer. Hold on. Yeah, exactly, right? Doesn't it sound so weird? Yes, well, get red hot. It sounds like someone speaking backwards or something. No, not speaking backwards. It sounds like something. But the announcer sounds very strange in this one. I feel like... Is that a thing with the DLC the announcer has been custom made for each level? Because that is actually pretty cool. But I feel like I would have noticed, you know. Because, you know, we did like... the Cowgirl one, you would have thought she would, the announcer would have like a southern accent, like a southern American accent. Okay, not like that, a South USA accent, you know, a southern drawl, as they call it. You would have thought that would be the case, but I don't remember that. Maybe it was the case. Honestly, who knows? Life is full of mysteries, Ed boy, and many doors. So you know. If you stop and question them all, you'll find you end up going nowhere. So sometimes it's better to just let the mystery... How long was that red for? Sometimes it's just better to... Or did I walk into it? I might have walked into it, I don't know. Sometimes it's just better to let the mystery be a mystery, you know? Let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be. Okay, get ready. Laser that snail. Increase how long it takes. Oh, trying to bait me out. Trying to bait me out. I just need to get at a better angle to actually hit the things. Therein lies the duality, I suppose, of this fight. Is the fact that you want to get closer, but also you have less time to react when the actual attack comes through, huh? So we just gotta be a bit careful. I feel like it's going okay thus far. It's a bit hard to tell. Nope. Bait out. No. Still baiting. Still baiting. I feel like you're getting faster. Oh, you're baiting. You're trying to get me. Oh, that was a weird knockout. Oh, hello, snail. It was a fake. It was an announcer. Okay, I don't know what I'm... Do you ever stop? Surprise! Forgetting about the boss ain't wise. Okay, so you... Interesting. That's why the announcer sounds so weird. It's not the actual announcer. Come on, just got hit. It's not the actual announcer. It's a snail pretending to be the announcer. I was very shocked there because I was like... I know. I was like, I know it's been a while since I last played Cuphead, but that's not what the knockout screen looks like, is it? And I was like, okay, I guess it's like just got a load of custom stuff. You know, that probably makes for some really great sort of like let's play moments where people go like, what? You know, they survive on 1 HP, people are like, oh, take hands off controller, finally defeated that really tough boss fight, and then they just get hit by the absolute fake out. And you've got to appreciate that, you know. That's what Cuphead was missing. It was missing some straight up just, you know. This is where if I was someone who swore my let's plays, and you might insert a swear here, but I'm not going to. Just some absolute chicanery. How about that for an on-brand sort of word? Just absolute rubbish where, you know, after it happens, you just go, why would you do something like that? If anything, I got kind of lucky that I don't think I got hit by that because I was so near the edge. And more than enough time to dodge a snail's attack. So actually, that's interesting. I wonder if us damaging a snail isn't actually damaging a snail. Sorry. Us damaging a snail at the beginning of the anteater's fight, it's not actually damaging the anteater, it's actually damaging the snail for the fourth phase. I don't know. And oh, I left that a little bit late for that dodge, I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Oh, that's interesting. We still attacked the dancing duck as she left. It really is just about getting into the right position. No? Still baiting? Still baiting? I think it's actually quite on brand with this boss to not play fair, right? I mean, they're meant to be some sort of criminals, right? So it's meant to be like pulling the rug out from underneath you, and all that sort of thing. Sorry about that, I'm muted. Sorry, let's try that. You try that, I was muted. I apologise for the pause, but I was just like, I like us fake out an answer, you know, to give it a little hint. It's like, you know, you're going to be baited out at the end. Don't trust the first knockout. It's a knockout you hit because it's not going to be right. It's subtle enough. I wasn't like, that sounds totally outpaced, but it was definitely distinct enough that I was just like, something's wrong. But here I am, you know, optimistically thinking like Cuphead here is on my side. I'm just like, oh, you know, they must have wanted like a thematic an answer for this boss fight, which I mean, I guess technically they did, but you know, they just wanted it to be more on brand with the actual character voices or something. Not thinking Cuphead's gonna betray the gamer's sensibilities and actually subvert the expectations of what is about to happen. I nearly got hit there for no reason. Okay, she do be dancing, as there do be giants at the same time. You know, all these good phrases of things existing. I don't really know where I was going with this. Okay, I wonder if there's like hints actually in the song. You know, if I was a game dev, that would absolutely be the sort of thing I do. Where like if you actually paid attention to the song lyrics, you'd be like, oh, it's a story all about deception or something, and like not trusting them. You know, thinking you're getting too comfortable. We can actually still damage her as she runs off. So that probably does a bit of damage in this phase. The snail's actually I'm not really sure what to do with a snail because the snail just kind of never stops firing. Which is a pretty difficult thing to, you know, dodge. Something which never stops attacking you. Okay, I should have dashed out there. I don't know why I didn't. I'll be perfectly honest. Okay, well, there I annoyingly landed off on the platform and immediately ran off it for some reason. What am I doing? I got kind of closer. I'm just a bit worried about that snail because I think it certainly seems like a sort of thing where it's like you should change weapon to a weapon which allows you to hit in a direction where you're not facing. But we can't do that with our own restrictions of not allowing anything but the pea shooter. Just bad play by me. Just bad play by me. That's actually just terrible mechanics followed by terrible decision making. I can never tell if we... Oh, are we charging up Super Meter so slowly? It's because we can charge it up on his minions. It's to compensate for that. to compensate for the fact his minions give you quite a lot. I don't actually know if that's true. Because we do seem to always have a little bit of excess going into this fight, which I don't know if that's good or bad. If anything, we should be using it on the first phase, because the first phase is... It's not the hardest phase. The hardest phase is probably... I don't know, is the third phase the hardest phase? I kind of think the first phase is actually still the hardest phase. The second phase is definitely the easiest, but I think it's mostly trivialised by... I dashed wrong direction. Humbling, I would say. But I think it's mostly trivialised by Smoke Dash. So it's not too bad. It's always very nice where you just sort of sit still for us. I mean, the first phase is so difficult because apparently I'm just making terrible decisions, left, right and centre. Which I can't really advise, you know. Generally throughout life you should probably just make like good decisions, but you know, certainly easier said than done. Like, it's so difficult to jump in the same row and still parry. So I don't really know how you're meant to do it. I don't really know how you're meant to parry things in this battle. It's going to be a right nightmare, isn't it? Like, how do you S rank this boss fight? You're going to have to parry one of it. I guess you parry the diagonal ones. Or maybe you parry the bowers? I guess you could always equip the... Oh, you know what? You could probably play as Ms. Chalice. That probably makes it a lot easier because her parry is horizontal, isn't it? It's not by jumping, it's by dashing. No, wait, is it by rolling? No, rolling makes her invulnerable. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of boss fights get a lot easier. Oh my god, am I really this bad? The answer is yes, by the way. But I'd imagine a lot of boss fights get a lot easier to S rank with Ms. Chalice. Because, I don't know. Well, I don't know. Is playing as Ms. Chalice worth giving up your accessory slot? Because Smoke Dash is, like, really, really good. Like, Smoke Dash is unbelievably good. In fact, I would go as far to say Smoke Dash is too strong. Almost shouldn't be in the game. But at least should have a cooldown. It shouldn't be on every single dash. It should be like every other dash. That's my opinion. Oh my god. I like the squeaky noises it's making. It kind of sounds like... Oh, you can actually do multiple at once. That's not good. How does this character exist multiple times? Riddle me that. Joker spider? I don't know. It's not even an insult. It doesn't make sense. Oh, I mean, okay, it is kind of an insult. I don't think being likened to Joker is as good a thing as many sort of, you know, people on the internet would like to make you think. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sure I had a point in all of this. Yeah, but I don't know, is being Ms. Chalice worth giving up a Smoke Dash? I guess probably, because she has her own form of Smoke Dash, quote quote. You just sort of had to get used to it because you had to roll, and you had to be on the ground, so you can't do it in mid-air, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. I wonder what the consensus is in the pro Cuphead community? That's not really a thing, but what? Well, I don't know, maybe it is a thing. I guess Cuphead speedrunning is, you know, kind of like a pro Cuphead community. I wonder what they prefer. So we just wait for this. Laser as it appears. Okay, that was a bit too close. That was a little bit too close. What we should do is we should stand in a position where we can diagonally hit if his nose goes up onto the top rank. I just gotta stop taking such dumb damage like this and actually get free. Whenever I take dumb damage early, I might as well sort of risk going for an early parry because, you know, my time is numbered anyway. We should stand central enough that we'd be able to hit him diagonally, but far away enough. Oh my word! It's too hard to parry. I feel like you got to play as Ms. Chalice. But I didn't even see that guy spawning on me. I'm going to be perfectly honest. But far away enough such that you have time to react if he does attack the bottom right. It would be really nice if that actually did damage to him and the other ugly bugly boys. I feel like it would just sort of be thematically appropriate, but I was going to go for the parry on it, and then, you know, I'll be honest, I chickened out. I was like, I don't want to do it. Reminds me of a random primary. I don't know why we're doing like Animal Crossing conversations now, but reminds me of a random primary school assembly we had. If you don't know what assemblies were, they were just basically meetings. Not meetings, not like a corporate meeting, but like gatherings, I suppose, of like whatever year groups at the start of school. You know, and you get like the news about the school or whatever's going on. You know, accomplishments. You know, sporting feats. You know, awards and things like that. It was one in primary school where, you know, sometimes we'd had themed assemblies where certain classes had to run the assembly on a certain theme. Of course, we're in primary school, so we're not like really old enough to really. I mean, we are old enough to think of thematics and that sort of thing, but we're not really, you know. Let's be real, like, you know, 7-year-olds, they don't make the best project managers. So of course the teacher sort of chooses the thematic, and everyone else sort of just goes along with it. Honestly, the teacher just basically does all the work, and you're just sort of there performing it. So I guess it's sort of just like a practice into public speaking. But where I remember one of the ones we did was basically about idioms and analogies. And I remember the teacher who did it, she was an incredibly nice teacher who just, for one reason, just said an absolutely, not intentionally cruel. It was obviously meant to be a thematic thing. Where I can't remember. It was like there's this one kid in our class. He was pretty good at like drama and all that sort of thing, but he was chosen to be the main reader for like the assembly for whatever this assembly was. Hello, can you choose a name? And then for whatever reason he, you know, got scared enough that he didn't want to. He didn't want to do it on the actual day, so he didn't. I'll get ready to hit that snail. I don't know what to do when you get faster. It's a knockout. Okay, a vacation in the wild. She did it, and he just didn't want to do it. And then I just remember the teacher, like, quite quick-witted, started assembly when they go, oh, you know, George was really meant to do this, and then he was like, oh, but he actually chickened out or whatever. It's like, that's a bit rude. Super. We only got 5 out of 6 super meter. Wow. We really didn't get a lot of super meter throughout that entire thing, huh? But hey, another boss fight down. You got distillery dough. What can we? Do we have enough things to actually make the donut now? We did it. That was the last ingredient we needed for the Wonder Tart. Let's get back to salt baker lickety split. I guess that makes sense because this island has looped around. Although we never actually went up to the tall ladder, so I don't know. Cups are tougher than cast iron. If you keep knocking heads around this island, I might clean this place up a bit. Like, okay, I don't know what the ladder thing is, but I guess we'll check out the ladder later. Yeah, okay. Salt Baker's Bakery. Can you make this cookie now? Can you make? Hello, what have you gone? secret basement? Are you evil? There's a lot of skulls down here. For plot twist, Salt Baker is actually an enemy. I bet it's a fake out. He's not actually our enemy, but he's actually good. And there's some big misunderstanding. Welcome back, you meddlesome brats. Alright, you know, just quite a sort of like heel twist, if any. Face turn? Heel turn? I forget which way around it's meant to be. I don't think you'd be back so soon. No matter. It's too late to stop me now. The Wonder Tart will be my finest work yet. I mean, that's kind of like what we wanted you to do, so this doesn't sound like a bad thing, you making the Wonder Tart. A shame I never told you about the most important secret ingredient. Oh, a living soul. While you suckers were out doing my bidding, I nabbed your little friend here. What if we were playing as Miss Chalice? I think that would not make a lot of sense. When her soul was baked into the Wonder Tart, the cosmic powers of the astral plane will be mine. Yeah, that sounds like bad. Cuphead, Mugman, you gotta help me. But first, I'll take those ingredients. And then I'll use your heads as serving dishes. Is this a voice I gave you? This doesn't sound right. I can't remember what voice I gave you. Whenever it's a big baddie person, I always give them that sort of like Cockney accent. Okay, so boss fight. Rolling dough. A lot of lime. Cookie. Hello. Ooh, I didn't even see that one. Oh, I see. These have different jumping heights. Oh, we can shoot them. Right, okay, so these are telegraphing what's happening. There's nothing parryable thus far, that I can tell. So we died. Marinate your defeat while I complete this astral treat. Okay, well, that's half an hour. But there you go. We've seen the parryable attack, the parryable sugar cubes. This is going to be difficult. I certainly think there's a lot of attacks going on, but who knew Saltbaker was actually such a threat? A complete role reversal. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Cuphead with Delicious Last Course. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, description, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me, Dear Darling, Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.